Around this time last year, I did a video where I set out a kind of timeline with my predictions for key moments in the run-up to GTA 6. Things like trailers, cover arts, release dates, all that kind of stuff. Now, I made those predictions based on my own thoughts and knowledge, and after looking at the timelines for GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. And the result? Well, I was completely wrong. I predicted we would get a couple of things in 2024. We obviously got nothing at all. So here I am, desperately trying to redeem myself by trying again. This time we know we will at the very least get one trailer this year. Obviously, I think we'll get more. But even if we don't get the game until 2026, we're going to get something this year. So with that being said, I've once again put together two different timelines. One is for if GTA 6 comes out this year, the other is for if it comes out next year. But first, let's look back to what happened with GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, starting with GTA 5. So it was first announced on the 25th of October, 2011. Then we got our first trailer, November the 2nd, and the release window was announced as spring 2013, the following year in 2012. So quite a big gap there. And the month after that, we got the second trailer in November 2012, and the game was available for pre-order. But in January 2013, just a couple of months later, a new release date was announced. In other words, the game was delayed from spring to basically autumn, I suppose, September. And then in April, we got our first look at the cover art. We also then, a couple of weeks later, got some character trailers. And this is where things really pick up, because in July, we got a gameplay trailer. In August, we got an online gameplay video. And then we got the final, what they called the official trailer in August. Then obviously the game was released in September. And the online mode, GTA Online, was released in October 2013. So it's really interesting to look at that kind of 2-year timeline from October 2011 when it was announced to October 2013 when online was released. Looking at Red Dead Redemption 2, we have a similar kind of thing from October 2016 to November 2018. So October the 18th, 2016 was when the announcement was made, and a release window was announced at the same time, fall, autumn 2017. Then just a couple of days after that announcement, we got the first trailer in October 2016, and then we had to wait until May before anything else, and that was when we found out that the game was being delayed until spring 2018. So from fall 2017 or autumn 2017 to spring 2018, which is kind of the prospect that we're facing at the moment. If GTA 6 doesn't come out in fall or autumn 2025, we would expect it in spring 2026. It could potentially be pushed to, autumn 2026, but we don't really want to think about that. Then it wasn't until September 2017, so nearly a year between those two trailers, that we got the second trailer. But then in February 2018, we find out again that the game has been delayed, this time until October 2018. Then in May, we get the third trailer and the cover art at the same time. In June 2018, pre-orders were made available, and then we got the gameplay trailer in August, a second gameplay trailer in October, a launch trailer in October, and then obviously the game was released in October, and then the online version, Red Dead Online, was released in November 2018. Okay, so now let's jump forward to my predictions for GTA 6, starting with a 2025 release. We know that the first trailer was released on December the 4th, 2023. It feels like such a long time ago now, but, well, it was a long time ago, I suppose. And that had the release window of 2025. And then in May 2024, we find out that the release window of 2025 has been narrowed down to fall or autumn 2025. We find this out through a Take-Two Interactive earnings call. So those first two things are the only things that have happened so far. The rest on this timeline is pure my speculation. And the rest of this was quite difficult to kind of pin down because I mean, for example, here you can see I've got March 2025 for trailer 2. That could easily be February, it could easily be April, but I went in the middle. I don't know for sure, obviously, but we will see. So yeah, I predict that we will get the second trailer in maybe March, and then the release date around the same time, possibly a bit later in April. I've said in a previous video that I think Rockstar will want to be absolutely sure of this release date before announcing it, so therefore we might have to wait a bit. I then predict we could get a third trailer in around June or July maybe, and at the same time cover art as well. Now this may feel like it's all coming very quickly, and it kind of is compared with previous games, but I mean, this is based on the game coming out in September or October this year. So then pre-orders in July, a gameplay trailer in July. Obviously, we don't know how they're going to do it in terms of how many trailers or what types of trailers. For GTA 5, obviously, we got the character trailer. We might not get that this time. We might get different trailers. You know, it's so hard to predict what kind of trailers they're going to release. There may be an online trailer in August. And then the final trailer, the launch trailer, in September, which is when I think the game will be released, if it's to be released this year. So, launch trailer in September 2025, game released in September 2025, online released a month later, October 2025, which is generally how they've done things. They give you a month or so, a few weeks, to play the single player before they release the online mode. So those are my predictions based on GTA 6 coming out in fall/autumn 2025. Now let's look at if it comes out in 2026, which at this point feels like a strong possibility. So again, we start with trailer 1 released in 2023, December, with a release window of 2025. That was narrowed down to fall or autumn in May 2024. I still predict we'll get a second trailer around March or so this year, and then the release date a bit later. As I said before, this hasn't really changed too much, April or so. Cover art could come around June or so. This kind of floats around a bit because every time Rockstar have released a game, they've done the cover art differently in terms of when they announce it. So it could be revealed early, it could be revealed later. This could kind of go anywhere, really. And then I've predicted that trailer 3 could come around September. That will be followed a few weeks later by pre-orders, and then we'll get a gameplay trailer to finish off 2025 strong in around December maybe. And then we might have a bit of a lull over Christmas and New Year, but we could get an online trailer in March, or maybe even February actually. And then let's say the game is released in April 2026, we could get a launch trailer in the same month just before, and then the online released in May 2026. So those are my predictions. I can't say I'm super confident in them given what's happened before, and so you probably shouldn't be confident in them either. But let me know what you think. Let me know what your predictions are. I'm interested to know.